Hey, I'm Nick, and today is all about keeping your mind decluttered and giving it the space and the ability to actually focus on the actual task at hand. You see, it's very easy to give yourself the time to sit down at your desk or wherever and think to yourself, okay, I'm going to get a start on whatever. But a cluttered mind stops you from getting a start or making progress on anything. Or even it can be the other way around where you know that you need to get something done, but your brain is so distracted that you can't actually organize a plan to when you're going to make a start or make any progress, and you end up just procrastinating through your day. And so this all ties in to when your brain is cluttered, you are unable to focus or make progress on anything. And the reason why your brain is cluttered is because your brain takes inspiration from your environment to tell how it's meant to feel. And so when you're at something like a party, when there's lots of action and activity going on, your brain is also in that state of high energy, and it's picking up on a lot of things all at once and is all getting hyper stimulated. Or you hear something going on around your house that's loud and distracting, and therefore your brain is filled with loud thoughts that distract you. And in fact, the most common way that this affects you is when you walk into your room and it's unorganized and messy, so is your mind. And so the first step to decluttering and organizing your thoughts is to declutter and organize your room. Now, it may be a pain to hear someone telling you to clean your room, but this isn't about anything cosmetic. It's all about to do with what's going on in your head and the importance of having a clear vision of your surroundings in order to actually focus on the important things that need to get done. And this doesn't just mean stuffing all the messiness into your closet or something like that, as that runs the risk of you still thinking about the fact that there's a massive pile of stuff that needs to get done that's just laying about your room but is still unseen. You need to really think about the importance of getting your room, getting your space organized. But of course, you can still do all those things. Sit down, open up your laptop or whatever, maybe even your phone, and then being bombarded with pop-ups and messages and all these things that end up making your brain just as distracted as it was. And so we need to spend just as much time organizing and cutting out any notifications, like putting your device on do not disturb or closing any extra tabs on your laptop, or even going so far as making your background a simple or even blank color in order to not take away from the actual point of you being on that device. Now, it's very hard to give you actual tips for this, as it's all different from one person to the other. But a big point, which is organizing the desktop on your laptop, is a common thing that gets very messy and unorganized. In fact, the look of it being unorganized does more damage to your focus than the actual fact that it's unorganized, which is why personally I just slot everything into one folder on my desktop instead of having it spread out on the actual screen as soon as I open my laptop. But the most important thing to organize is actually having a plan of what you're going to do in the time that you've allocated yourself to do whatever. You need to have plans and at least some kind of steps to figure out what you're going to use your new uncluttered brain to focus on. But I won't get too deep into that here, as I've mentioned that in the past. But the most important thing is that your brain adapts to its surroundings. If its surroundings are cluttered and distracting, so is your brain. You need to organize your environment, which is most likely your room or your desk. You need to organize what you're actually using, like your phone or your laptop, so that any pop-ups are out of the way. You need to organize your actual plan of what to do so you're not spinning around, going from one thing to the next and being unorganized. But if you still want to learn more about anything to do with productivity tips and tricks, I've now started one-on-one coaching, which you can now book a call for using the first link in the description. But until then, I'll see you later.